Hello, and welcome to the Great Plains Association for College Admission Counseling Virtual College Fair. We thank you for joining us this evening. A few housekeeping announcements before we get started. You can use the Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any time during this session. Your camera and microphone are turned off, so the panelists cannot see or hear you. This is just one of many different sessions happening this evening, so please be sure to sign up for additional sessions after this. This presentation is also being recorded and will be available within about a week at strivescan.com/GPACAC. I'd now like to turn it over to our first presenter of the evening, William Woods University. Do you need help with anything, Spencer?
Yes, for some reason, it's not letting me share my screen. I'm not finding it. I was able to earlier.
There you go. Looks like we are on your web browser.
All right, so good evening, everyone. My name is Spencer Burke. I'm one of our admissions counselors here at William Woods University. We're located in Fulton, Missouri. We're 25 miles from Columbia, 25 miles from Jefferson City. We're also 100 miles from St. Louis and 150 miles from downtown Kansas City. So we're in a very ideal location here in Missouri.
Just so you know, we still can't see your we're looking at your Zoom web browser, in case you think you're sharing a PowerPoint.
How about now?
I mean, now you're good.
All right, so good evening, everyone. I apologize for that. My name is Spencer Burke. I'm one of our admissions counselors here at William Woods University. We're located in Fulton, Missouri. We're 25 miles from Columbia, 25 miles from Jefferson City. We're about 100 miles from St. Louis and 150 miles from downtown Kansas City. So we're in a very ideal location here in Missouri. The Missouri School for the Deaf is also located here in Fulton. On campus, we have the Kemper Arts Center. The National Winston Churchill Museum is also located here in the community of Fulton. Fulton itself, it's about 13,000 population-wise, and we have the historic brick district downtown, which is within walking distance of the campus. On the undergraduate side, we have about 1,000 students enrolled, just over 2,000 total if you include our online, part-time, and graduate programs. We have a 13-to-1 student to faculty ratio, which gives the student the opportunity to develop relationships with everyone on campus. And even more importantly, everyone here is going to take the time to get to know you by name. We have a 13-to-1 student to faculty ratio. We have 54 different clubs and organizations. The majority of our majors have a club or organization that is affiliated with them. We're a private liberal arts university that's professions oriented and student focused. We offer over 60 majors, and some of our most popular ones include equestrian science, American Sign Language, business, education, and biology. Our current students reside from 35 states and 18 countries, so we have a great mix of culture and diversity here at William Woods. Some unique opportunities that we have include Woods Around the World, where students can study abroad for 2 weeks during the school year. With this program, a student can participate in a program that's called Project 123. That's where the student completes 123 community service hours, and this will help pay for half of their study abroad trip. We have a director of career services on campus. Her name's Amy Dittmer. She helps students with finding internships, jobs, also helping them with putting together their cover letter, resume, and if they would like to do a mock interview. Freshman Advantage is a very popular program amongst our incoming freshmen. It's a 3-week program in June where students can earn up to 7 college credits, so they have a head start coming in for once they officially enroll in August. We also have +1 programs with business, education, and organizational leadership. We have 16 men's and women's athletic programs, and about 40% of our students are student athletes. About 40% of our students are involved in Greek life. We have 4 sororities and 3 fraternities on campus. With some of the different clubs and organizations that we have to offer, we have a Hands Up Club that's affiliated with our American Sign Language program. We also have equestrian clubs. We also have a Served Up Crispy, which is a waffle club here on campus as well. Our application is free of charge. It's available on our website. We're also part of the Common App, and we also have a Quick app. The FAFSA is available for seniors for the 2021 school year. Our school code is 002525. Juniors, this is definitely something you want to start thinking about. This is going to become available starting October 1st. We're test optional for both 2021 and 2022. So as long as we have a transcript from you that shows completed grades through the end of your junior year and that you have a minimum 2.5 cumulative GPA, you'll be accepted to William Woods. We offer scholarships that start at $12,500 per year. That includes a $5,000 per year lead award and a freshman resident scholarship. We just added a diversity and multicultural scholarship and also offer athletic awards, and scholarships are stackable up to the cost of tuition. I mentioned that we're test optional for the 2021 and 2022 school years. We're on a rolling basis, so we accept applications all the way up until the first day of classes. For more information, here's my contact information. This includes my cell phone, so you can call, text me at that number, and my email address as well. Thank you guys for listening.
Thank you. Next up, we are going to hear from the University of Oregon.
Here we go. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Adonis Skinner, and I am with the University of Oregon. I would like to thank you all sincerely for setting some time aside to come and check out what all of these magnificent universities are about. Before we roll into the presentation, and my screen is not moving. Okay, but before we roll into the presentation, I seriously would ask that if you have not done so already, please go to our website at uoregon.edu/request for information to plug in your information so that you can receive important updates and continue communication from us. But I will, since my screen seems not to be moving right now, I will just go ahead and give you the basic spiel about the University of Oregon. We are located in the Pacific Northwest in the wonderful city of Eugene, Oregon. Eugene, Oregon is the second largest metro area in the state of Oregon. So it really offers all of the large amenities of a large city, just without the headaches of traffic. We are ideally situated in between the coast and the mountains. So for the lovers of the outdoors, we offer an abundance of opportunities for you. Hiking, biking, skiing, water sports, rock climbing, you name it. It's in close proximity to you. Also, if you want to escape to the major city, which is Portland, it's just a short drive, about 2 hours north of Eugene. As far as the university is concerned, one of the things that people are pleasantly surprised about is our overall size. So we have just about 19,000 undergraduate students on campus, 23,000 total students on campus. So with that 19,000 undergraduate students, that gives you that opportunity to form one-on-one relationships with your professors in an average class setting of about 20 students per class. So right at about a 16-to-1 student to teacher ratio. So that gives you that unique opportunity to not only learn from your professors, but also from your classmates. We do have representation from all states in the United States, as well as 100 different countries on campus at the University of Oregon. And why that is important is because it gives you that opportunity to experience a diverse culture on campus at the University of Oregon. Let's see, as far as the academic programs that we have 168 majors for you to choose from, and it's broken down amongst 9 different colleges. Those colleges are the College of Arts and Sciences, which is our largest division on campus, our School of Business, College of Design, which also houses our architecture program, our College of Education, School of Journalism and Communication, School of Law, School of Music and Dance, and our Clark Honors College. So 168 different programs for you to choose from, but if you have no idea of what it is that you'd like to study, that's fine, and it's something that we're accustomed to dealing with because about 1/4 of our students come in as undecided majors. We do have 3 ways for you to apply to the University of Oregon: the Common App, the University of Oregon's app, as well as the Coalition app, and we really have no preference over which app you choose to submit. We also are a test optional university, which means you can be admitted without the submission of SAT or ACT test scores. And the great thing about that is you also will still be in consideration for all of the merit-based scholarships that we have available for you all. With 300 different clubs and organizations are available for you on campus. So if you're looking for that lively college experience, we definitely have that available for you, ranging from traditional Greek life, student government associations, intramural sports. I mean, you have your full pick of the litter to choose from. And also, we are part of the Pac-12 conference, so we are major Division I sports available for you. I think that will wrap up my presentation. If you all have any questions, please feel free to drop those in the chat, and I will be more than happy to answer those for you. Thank you. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.
Thank you. And next up, we have Benedictine College.
Okay, can you hear me and see this okay?
Yep, you're good.
Perfect. All right. Hi, everybody. My name is Monica Nelson. I'm one of the admission counselors at Benedictine College. We are located in Atchison, Kansas, so it's pretty much smack dab in the middle of the country. And I'm just going to talk briefly about our different programs and opportunities that you have here at Benedictine. Let's see. We are really excited about the recognition that we've earned nationally, being named one of the best colleges on both the U.S. News and World Report listing, as well as the Newman Guide list. If you're not familiar, the Newman Guide list chooses about 13 different colleges across the country deemed the best Catholic colleges in America. And Benedictine's really excited to have been on that list consistently, earning that recognition across the country. We are also the largest private college in the state of Kansas. We have just under 2,000 undergraduate students representing 47 different states across the country and 20 countries around the world. So a wide variety of students coming from all over. In fact, 75% of our student body comes from out of state. So it's really neat to see all of the different places that students come from, all coming together because of this common mission that we have here at Benedictine. So we're a very mission-driven college. Our mission is to educate our students within a community of faith and scholarship. And the way that we do that is supported by these 4 pillars. So we are first and foremost a Catholic college, and we are also founded in the Benedictine tradition. So there's a Benedictine Abbey on our campus where there's a religious presence on campus, and they are active in teaching and mentoring students. We're also a liberal arts college, and so we have a core curriculum of classes that all students take, and then we encourage you to really take classes outside of your major throughout your 4 years, giving you a very well-rounded educational experience. And lastly, we're a residential college, so we have 85% of our students living on campus, and we really think that that helps contribute to the community aspect here at Benedictine. So those are the 4 pillars that really support the mission that we have. So that liberal arts major, just talking a little bit more about the academics here. For being a smaller private liberal arts college, we have a wide variety of majors and minors to choose from. We have everything from art and architecture to theater and theology and pretty much everything in between. So on your screen is a list of all of the majors that we offer. Some of our most popular being business, education, nursing, engineering. We actually have a fully accredited engineering program. And like I mentioned, architecture, and one of our newest majors is graphic design. So a lot of different choices there. We have a study abroad program that we highly encourage our students to partake in. We send about 50 students each semester and over the summer to our campus in Florence, Italy. So it's all Benedictine students, and a Benedictine professor goes with the group and teaches one of their classes there. And so you earn a full 15 credit hours, you take 2 semesters of Italian, and it's just an amazing experience. So we highly encourage students to partake in that program. For financial aid, we offer academic scholarships to every admitted student, and those range from 10 to 18,000. We also have different work study positions on campus. And then, like was mentioned earlier, we'd encourage you to file the FAFSA. If you're a senior, you can file that right now. For juniors, that will start on October 1st to really maximize your financial aid opportunities. So we'll work with you throughout the financial aid process, but that just kind of gives you an idea of some of the opportunities that you have. In the end, we are really excited about the meaningful work that our alum are doing and just the impact that they're having all over the world. So almost all of our students have secured jobs within 6 months of graduation. And we just have students doing amazing things all over the country. We actually have a networking platform called the Raven Walk that connects our current students to alum for different internships and job opportunities. And we have career counseling and resume review to help prep you for your interviews. And these are just a list of some of the companies that we have connections with. But like I mentioned, 75% of our students coming from out of state. So we have connections all over the country. So looking ahead here kind of to your next steps, you will, if you're a senior, the application is open on our website, benedictine.edu/apply. We'd encourage you to submit a free online application. For you juniors, that will open up on August 1st, also on our website. We are a test optional school as well for this year and next year. So as long as you have a transcript with your grades, just the online application and transcript will be all that we need. If you have taken the ACT, SAT, or CLT, we'd encourage you to submit those as well. We're also open for visits, so we'd love to have you come to our campus and really see the community in action. So you can register for any campus visits on our website, benedictine.edu/visit. And again, if you're a senior, you'll kind of go through these steps of receiving financial aid information and reviewing all of that. And if you're a junior, again, that process starts on August 1st. We have a whole team of admission counselors, and we work in various areas of the country. So no matter where you live, there's a counselor assigned to you. But there's my contact information on the screen. If you have any questions, I'm more than happy to help. Thank you.
Thank you, Monica. Next up, we are going to hear from Purdue University.
Hey, everybody. Let me just share my screen. Okay, can you see that okay?
Yep.
Yep, okay, wonderful. So welcome, my name is Emma. I'm an assistant director here at Purdue University, and I'm really excited to chat to you about student life on campus and a little bit about the application. So this is just kind of Purdue by the numbers. You don't have to memorize this or anything, but if you're curious, we are Indiana's land grant institution. So over half of our student body come from in-state, but we also have a very diverse campus. And we've got students coming from all around the world, and we've got students from every single state. So when you look around, you're gonna find somebody from basically all over the world. And it's really one of the most wonderful parts about our campus. We are located in West Lafayette, Indiana. It's kind of the sweet spot between Indy and Chicago, an hour from Indy and 2 from Chicago. If you are coming from out of state, you can actually hop a shuttle from campus to the respective airports, or if you're just going on vacation, you know, for spring break or something like that. But there's always something going on around campus, whether it's snow or summer. In the snow, in the cold, which it gets very cold in Indiana. There is ice skating within walking distance from campus. There's also a fun Purdue tradition that on the first snowfall, students will grab basically whatever they can to make a sled from their dorm and go sledding down our hill, Slater Hill. But when it's warm out, we have lots of festivals going on, and we have farmers markets on campus. It's also a very walkable campus and a walkable city, but students also have free access to the Lafayette City Bus if that's how you'd like to get around. Research and internships are abundant on campus, so many opportunities for students. When it comes to research, students as early as freshman year can get involved, and it's really as easy and simple as walking up to your professor and saying, hey, I'm interested in research, and they're gonna really, you know, connect you with those opportunities. Lots of people think that research is just like a lab coat for STEM students, but every discipline can participate, and it can also take you around the country, around the world. The Center for Career Opportunities is going to be one of your biggest resources on campus. They are all things internship opportunity. They're going to help you find those internships by like hosting our biggest career fairs on campus. They're also going to help you prepare for those internships by interviewing, like practice interviews and resume building. And if you don't have access to professional clothing, you can actually borrow some from the career closet. There are lots of ways to get involved on campus. There are so many student organizations. If you're a musical person, we don't have a music major, but we do have PMO, Purdue Musical Organizations. Our marching band, band orchestras, choirs, you can still like find your home at Purdue with music. But there's also clubs for academics, for just areas of interest you might have. And one of my favorite clubs is the Reamers Club, which takes care of our Boilermaker Special, which is Purdue's mascot. So there are 11 academic colleges at Purdue with over 200 plus majors. Now this is important to keep in mind when you're applying to Purdue, because when you apply, you actually apply directly to a major. There's no general admission to Purdue. You're going straight to the program. And when you apply, you actually pick 2 majors. So it's not double majoring, it's saying, hey, I would like this as my first choice, but if I'm not admissible to that first choice, will you please consider me for my second choice? Now I say there's no general admission, there's kind of 2 exceptions to that. One is if you're interested in engineering, you will apply to first year engineering. You don't pick your specific discipline until the end of your first year. All students have to go through the same program. And if you're undecided, you're not sure what you want to do, we have a undecided program called exploratory studies that students can come in, take up to 4 semesters, and as is in the name, explore and figure out what major is right for them by taking classes in their areas of interest. So we have a holistic review process, which means when we are reviewing your application, it's not just like about the grades and the test scores. It is about everything that you are offering us. We take into consideration your essays, your extracurriculars, your letters of recommendation. So just know that when the human eyes are looking at your paper, at your application, we're like looking at everything basically. We're also test flexible this coming admission cycle, which means you don't have to have a test to be admissible. We'd like to see one if possible. It's just another piece of kind of the puzzle of who you are that we love to see, but you're not going to be any less competitive if you don't have one. And then here's just kind of a breakdown of the numbers for Purdue when it comes to tuition. I just want to point out that we're in our 10th consecutive year of our tuition freeze, and that's something that Purdue is really proud of. It's one of the ways that we keep Purdue affordable for students. And finally, if you basically want to see a longer version of what I just gave you, if you go to the link there, type that in, you'll be able to sign up for one of our daily visits, which is just, like I said, longer than this. It gives you more information. There's also a virtual campus tour, and there's also opportunities to even come visit campus if you'd like. If you have any questions beyond just the Q&A today, you can email admissions@purdue.edu, and admission counselors will be happy to help you. I will also just kind of end on one more note and say our early action deadline is November 1st. So if you're thinking about applying to Purdue, keep that date in your mind. If there's only one thing you remember, November 1st. It's not binding, but it's great to have your application in the pool early. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Emma. Next up, we are going to hear from Cameron University.
Okay, good evening, everybody. My name is Kay Means. I'm the Assistant Director of Admissions here at Cameron University, and I am thrilled to death to be on this call with you guys tonight. I do want to just show you a little bit about our campus. We are a small, regionally accredited university in the state of Oklahoma, and we are in the same under the same Board of Regents as OU and Rogers State, but we have a campus here in the southwest part of Oklahoma. And I'll show you just real quick just about where we are. We're about an hour north of Wichita Falls. If anybody's familiar with Texas, about an hour south of Oklahoma City, or about 3 hours south of Tulsa. We consider ourselves kind of a jewel in the southwest Oklahoma area. We have a very diverse student body population. We are a four-year institution, but one thing that I love about our institution is that even though we are a four-year university, we have a community college function in that we can have students who need to maybe start in an associate's program, a two-year program, move right into their bachelor's program, and then also 6 different areas of master's degree programs as well. So we have something that we can offer for people who are looking for a 2-year degree, a 4-year degree, or to further their institution with a master's degree. One of the areas that I love here on campus is our pre-medical. We do start out our students in pre-medical in a 2-year allied health science degree program. And then they move into either our nursing programs that we have here on campus or our biology and chemistry area. And here at Cameron University, we are one of only 3 schools in the state of Oklahoma that house a gross anatomy lab or a human cadaver lab. And our students have the privilege of being able to work hands-on, literally hands-on. And because of that, our pre-medical programs have seen some of the highest acceptance rates in post-baccalaureate degree programs of anybody in the state of Oklahoma. And we do have a very small student to professor ratio. We are like 19-to-1 to 20-to-1. So your professors know exactly who you are. They invest in you throughout your 4 years here at Cameron University, and they want to see you succeed. And so they are here for you, and it's really a family and a very community feel here on campus. We do have over 85 specific areas of practical studies. That includes all of our degree programs, but also all the concentrations that you can get here on campus as well. And one thing that we also are very proud of is that we do keep things here at Cameron University as affordable as possible. We are in the state of Oklahoma, when you combine tuition and fees and room and board, we are the most affordable institution in the state of Oklahoma, with 65% of our students graduating without any debt whatsoever. So we do have lots of financial aid and scholarships available, but because of keeping our tuition and fees as low as we possibly can, we do see a lot of our students being able to graduate debt-free. So we're very, very grateful for that. And then I do want to move on to let you guys see a little bit about just our campus life. We do have on-campus housing, 2 different forms of it, traditional dorm style, but then also village type apartments. A lot of our students here in this area are commuter, but then we have probably about 2,000 students that are also living on campus as well. And then we have lots of things happen in our campus life. One thing that I want to highlight for you is that if you are military minded or ROTC minded, the Cameron University Comanche Battalion is one of in the top % of ranked ROTC programs in the United States. We also are one of the areas, our Cameron Comanche Battalion has some of the highest career officers. One of our Cameron grads just recently, Brigadier General Hope Rampey, just was assigned to the Pentagon, and she got her undergrad here. She graduated from Cameron, was commissioned as an officer right here at Cameron. And we have a very great tradition here at Cameron because here in Lawton, we are what we consider a military town. We are Lawton Fort Sill. And so we are here to the field artillery and the air defense artillery stationed at Fort Sill. And so we have a great relationship with those military families. Just a little bit of personal advice. I got here to Lawton, Oklahoma because my dad was in the military many, many years ago. I won't tell you how many, but many years ago. And so we have a great relationship with our military folks, but also a great military science department here on campus. We do have lots of campus activities, regular campus student organizations, student government student organizations. We have some Greek life here on campus. And then we also are a Lone Star Division II athletic conference. And we have just recently joined with not only Lone Star expanded. So we're not only with the state of Texas, but also with New Mexico and Arkansas as well. We do compete in that division of athletics. So if you're interested in any of that, you can contact us about that. Like I said, our tuition is very affordable, and with our scholarships that we have, they are based on academics. As most people have said, we are test optional for this next academic year. I think most everybody in the United States is test optional, but we will work with you on getting you any type of financial aid and scholarships that you have that you need. And like I said, with our room, board, tuition, and fees, we are the most affordable in the state of Oklahoma. One thing we're very excited about is we do have an esports competitive team here on campus. Esports is becoming very up and coming around the area. And we have a group that our team is called the CU Pickaxes, which is one of our mascots, just things that we use for our mascot of pickaxes. And we have a team of 70. And this season, they are undefeated in competitive play with esports. We play 4 different video games right now, looking to expand that to a few more when it comes along. We do have a lot of online programs as well that you can be a part of, or we have some that are partially online as well. I do want to show you real quick before we jump off here. We do have a page that we have on our website. If you go to cameron.edu, and then just search Pickaxe Preview. This is a page where you can have a virtual tour. You can look at every single one of our academic departments. Every department will have a video and a student testimony. And then you can either apply here. We are open admissions. You can have a campus visit, or you can set up a virtual chat here on campus. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to call us or to let us know, and I'll put our contact information in the chat. Thanks so much.
Thank you. And last but not least, we are going to hear from Western Colorado University.
Great. Thank you so much, everyone, for letting me present to you a little bit about what Western Colorado University has to offer you. Western Colorado University is located in Gunnison, Colorado, so right in the heart of the Rocky Mountains. For my students who are familiar with the Denver area, we are about 3.5 hours southwest of Denver. I describe it to students that you go up the mountain, back down the mountain, and then there you are in the valley. Because of where we're located, our students have easy access to all things Colorado adventure. This includes hiking, fishing, camping, skiing, snowboarding, or even just going outside at night and seeing the Milky Way and the beautiful galaxies above us. Along with that, for our students, within 45 minutes of campus, we have access to 2 world-class ski resorts, 750 plus miles of single track multi-use trails. And then Blue Mesa Reservoir is located just 18 miles to the east of us, which is the largest body of water in Colorado, and how our students are able to participate in sea kayaking. But along with all of the campus recreation and those opportunities, the surrounding lands around Western and Gunnison provide a classroom for us as well. We like to call it nature's best classroom, or even our backyard laboratory. So especially for our students in recreation, outdoor education, biology, environment and sustainability, or really anything just wanting to get outdoors, land surrounding us provides some really great hands-on experiences, learning experiences for our students, and some long-term research projects as well. Western is a small public university. We have 3,000 students in our undergraduate population and about 400 students or so in our graduate programs, which means our average class size at Western is 17 students. The screen here is showing you just a little bit of a visual representation of what 17 students in a classroom would look like as opposed to a 500-seat lecture hall. As you can see with that 17 students, it's a lot more manageable for our professors. They're going to get to know you on a first name basis 2 weeks into freshman year. They're going to know you're coming from out of state, and they're going to want to take those extra steps to help make sure that you are finding your home away from home on the Western campus. And it also leads really well into having some of those hands-on learning experiences in the classroom. Our professors find it very hard to lecture every day because, one, they don't want to, but also only 17 pairs of eyes are staring back at them for that and wanting more. Within academics, we have over 100 different academic programs for our students to get involved in. Our top majors are business administration, environment and sustainability, recreation, outdoor education, biology, elementary education, and exercise and sports science. But we also have a whole host of 3+2 or accelerated degree programs where you can pursue both your bachelor's and your master's in 5 years. And we also have computer science and mechanical engineering, both of which are partnerships between Western Colorado University and the University of Colorado Boulder. But our most popular major for students coming in freshman year is actually undecided or undeclared. So we call it our exploratory program because that's what you get to do for those first 2 years until you find that homework assignment that you actually want to complete, and then work with our advisors to turn that homework assignment into a career as you're moving. We are very much dedicated to the success of our students at Western, so we provide all kinds of resources and opportunities for you to succeed: tutoring, academic advising, career services in a writing center, disability services, and mental and physical health counseling. We also have our EPIC mentors, which are experienced peers initiating connections. Every incoming student at Western will be assigned an EPIC mentor who is your person on campus for your entire first year that you're taking classes. Not sure where the trailhead is, ask them. Not sure what the best hike is, you can ask your EPIC mentors. Just want to go out and de-stress and vent a little bit, that's what your EPIC mentors are for. Touching base here quick on affordability for Western, we are a very affordable option for you, especially if you're looking at coming to the beautiful state of Colorado. Our out-of-state tuition is coming in under just under $19,000, whereas the national average for an out-of-state tuition is looking at over $22,000. So a big discount there. 80% of our students are receiving some form of financial aid, but 100% of our students are considered for merit academic aid as soon as they are applied and accepted at Western. Speaking of those scholarships, the academic merit are based off of your GPA in high school. A student who has a 3.35 GPA or higher will automatically receive an $8,000 scholarship. With a 3.75 GPA or higher, you're getting a $9,000 scholarship, which cuts our tuition almost in half. There for you as an out-of-state student. We also offer a whole host of other scholarships that you can apply for. We have first generation and then program-based scholarships, as well as some common scholarships that you can apply for as well. So some great opportunities to help offset those costs of an education. We absolutely want you to come on out and visit Western for yourself. It is only so much me here telling you about it on a virtual meeting. We have been fortunate that we've been able to offer in-person visits for most of this last year. So we'd love to have you out on campus. We're following all safety guidelines, but if you want to schedule your date, just go to western.edu/visit to do that. But visiting campuses is hard even in a regular year, and we totally understand that. So we're offering a whole host of virtual events and virtual ways to connect with us as well. Western.edu/recruitment events is going to get you to all of those opportunities. Touching base here quick on our application process, we are on a rolling admissions basis at Western, so you can still apply if you're looking for fall of 2021. We try and make the application as easy as possible. It will take you 20 to 30 minutes to fill it out, and that's if the dog interrupts you while you're filling it out. We are test optional and do have a $30 application fee, but if at any point that is going to create a hardship for you, just reach out to me and I will be more than happy to give you that fee waiver. Here's my contact information so that if you have questions, you can reach out anytime. Looking forward to sharing with you more about Western at a later date.
Thank you. And now that we've heard from all 6 schools this evening, I'm going to invite our panelists to join me to answer one last question for our audience. And that question is, what is your favorite event or tradition on campus? So if you guys want to answer pretty quickly in the order in which you presented before we close out, that would be wonderful.
So my favorite tradition on campus takes place during commencement. This is called the Ivy Ceremony. It's where all of our graduates walk from the south end of the campus to the north end of the campus carrying a chain of ivy. Once they get to the McNutt Campus Center, also known as the Dome, our university president cuts off a piece of that ivy chain and gives that to each member of the graduating class. And we use that as a metaphor for that the student takes a piece of William Woods with them upon graduation. And that's been a tradition that we've had for just over 100 years now.
At the University of Oregon, I say my favorite tradition centers around the athletic events that takes place on campus. One being the walk to Atchison Stadium, and Atchison Stadium is our football arena, football stadium. So every home game day, the students meet up on campus and make the 1-mile trek over to Atchison, where you have to go over the river and through the woods to Atchison Stadium we go. So once you make that mile walk, then you'll end up at Atchison Stadium. And then once you're in Atchison Stadium, the fourth quarter tradition of football games is for everyone to stand up and sing Shout. And the reason that Shout is important at Oregon is because Animal House was actually filmed on campus at the University of Oregon. And that's one of the more popular songs from that movie right there.
So at Benedictine College, we have something called the beanie tradition, where our freshmen wear a beanie on their heads for the first week of classes. And upperclassmen, the tradition goes that they can pull the beanie if they see them walking around campus. And if your beanie's pulled, you have to find the highest point, step onto the highest point and caw 3 times like a raven, because that's our mascot, Rocky the Raven. And then what's really neat is you wear that during freshman year, and then a lot of people wear it under their mortarboard at graduation, just to kind of bring it full circle, that where you started and where you end.
So at Purdue, it might be considered a bit more of a superstition than a tradition, but one of our big monuments is the bell tower, and you're actually not supposed to walk under it, because if you walk under it, you will not graduate in 4 years. I like to tell this story though. When I was a student freshman year, I was like, nuh-uh, I don't buy it. And I walked under it, and I actually graduated in 3 years instead of 4. So I tell people to maybe use it to their advantage if they maybe want to get ahead.
One of my favorite campus traditions, I mentioned earlier that we're very family and community oriented. And one of my favorite Cameron traditions is our Christmas tree lighting. We have a big Christmas tree that we put in the middle of campus, but we invite our community to come on campus and to have horse-drawn carriages, hot chocolate, cookie decorating, all kinds of things, carolers all over campus. And it's just a wonderful time that we have our community here on campus and partner with our community, but also just celebrate our students as well. So that's one of my favorite traditions here at Cameron.
And for Western Colorado University, one of our favorite student traditions, the mountain in the picture behind me is actually Tenderfoot Mountain, or also known as W Mountain. And behind it is an archaeological dig site, but for the purpose of our favorite tradition is every year during homecoming, our mountain rescue team will actually light the W on fire. So we have a nice little bonfire to go along with all of our other Western traditions right there on W Mountain. It's visible from campus, right from the Welcome Center, so our students really enjoy it.
Thank you all so much for sharing, and thank you for taking time this evening to present to our students and families. And for all of our audience, thank you for joining us. We appreciate you being here. When you close out of this window, there will be a link to a very quick 4-question survey where we'd appreciate any feedback you can provide. This was just one of many different sessions being hosted this evening, so please be sure to sign up for additional sessions. In about a week, you'll be able to find this session's recording, as well as all the other sessions recordings. Thank you all, and I hope everyone has a wonderful evening.